Hey everybody, Syntax77 here, and today I've got a real quick and simple backpack planning tip for you. So simple, in fact, that some of you may have probably already done something similar, in which case this video can serve as a reminder that sometimes it's good just to keep it simple. And we're talking about planning a route for backpacking. For this method, very simple. All you're going to need is, well, before we even get to this, you're going to need a map, right? Probably going to need that paper map. We have one right there. It can be for any region you want. Ours is for the Great Smoky Mountains. Then you're going to need that some sort of string. You got options here. You could go high quality, like something like this. If you are like me and you stole from your wife's craft closet, then go for it. But basically you just need something pretty thin so that it's pliable, but at the same time it's got a little bit to it because we're going to be marking it with a marker. And that's it. That's your three items. You could use a ruler, but we're not even going to need one. First things first, let's check the scale of our map. That's important. You will find it usually in several locations. You see ours is on the back here as well as on both sides of the actual map. And here's one in the corner there. So let's focus in on that. There it is. You got the scale. Now I'll tell you straight up. All maps are a little bit different, so you check that out for sure. On this one, every inch is 1.1 miles. Now, like I said, you could get a ruler out and measure with that, but everything you need is right there on the guide. Now, you probably have an idea already of how long of a loop you want to do. So you pick the total loop length you want. In my case, it was 40 miles. So you're going to simply measure out a piece of string that equals 40 miles. So we'll do that right now. Now you could just measure the whole string out, like I said, in one shot. But I want to have some sort of incremental system on there. And to do that, I will mark off little segments. You can pick any increments you want. In my case, I'm doing a 3-night trip and I want to do around 15 miles a day. So I think I'm going to pick increments of 3 miles that I'll mark off because that's divisible by 15. So all you're going to do is hold that down. And I'm just going to put a little dot on the string for each 3-mile section. And I'll just keep repeating until I get to 40 miles. That's it, just a little dab on there. And at the end, you'll get your knife, cut your piece of string, and there it is. In my case, a 40-mile long piece of string. Okay, so this represents the entire length of my trip as per the scale of this map. Let's spread the map out. If you look, each one of these little dots represents a segment, and in between them will be a red number indicating the mileage. So this is a National Geographic map, but they're all going to have a similar system. So at first I was going through and saying, oh, this loop might look good, and then go through by hand and add up all the little pieces of segments and then go, oh, that works, or oh, that doesn't work. And it just got tedious and it didn't really do much for creativity. So with this method, you can look at routes real quickly and you can get as fine as you want. Now you got to keep in mind that all those little nooks and crannies there, they add up. So the closer that you follow this trail with your string, the more accurate your mileage is going to be. But in the beginning, you're just looking for a rough idea, so you can quickly rule out stuff real quickly with your loop of string. Like for instance, let's say we're starting down in the Newfound Gap area, and I'm not going to do anything realistic, so the logistics of this might be off. But let's just say, for example, we're starting there and we want to do a loop. You can tell real quickly that a loop all the way up to Waterville and back is not going to work. Your string doesn't make it anywhere near, so you have to adjust. So just maybe tighten it in a little bit, and you can quickly tell that you're probably going to have to cut over somewhere around here on this Swallow Fork Trail, for instance. And as you start to follow more closely, you'll realize you have to tighten it in even more. But you're quickly going to be able to knock out just general loop ideas and formations that will or won't work. And the reason it's good to have all of our little dots on there is because when we get into the fine tuning, we'll start following nice and closely. And you see, you can get as detailed as you want, because once you get a route that you know you really want to look into, then you can break out the calculator and really add things up and see for sure what the mileage is, or your mapping software. But you're just going to kind of stick it, for the most part, as closely as you want. And as you go, each time you hit one of these black dots, you're going to know you want another 3 miles. So in my case, you know, let's say you keep going and you're following your map here roughly. You finally get up to Tri-Corner Knob. You see a dot there, and you can let this go loose once you've passed it. You take a look back and you go 1, 2, 3, 4 3-mile segments. So I know that from Newfound Gap to Tri-Corner Knob is roughly 12 miles, and then I could get the calculator out and really find out. So that might be where I want to stay that night, and then I'll say I'll cut along this balsam trail here and just kind of keep on going. And obviously I'm going fast for the camera. You can be a little more in depth with how you're following the trail, but I think you get the point. And you can start looking around. Okay, I've gone another 9 miles. I want to start looking around here for a campsite. Ooh, look, there's one at the Hyatt Bald, and I can measure how long it would take to get there. Check my black dots again and see if that was a decent distance, and just kind of build my loop. Keep trying all different combinations until you get where you want. That's really all there is to it. Short and simple. Nice little piece of string, a marker, a map, and a scale, and you can plan some trips. Fun and quick. So until next time, I'm SidTech77, and have fun out there.